Hi everyone, it's me Elna from twinsmommy.com. How is everyone doing? All right, so I'm going to be talking about my blogging truths as a six-figure blogger. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of things. All right, so I hope everyone's doing good. It's a Labor Day, and my twins are going to go to school on Wednesday. So everything is coming down right. I spent every day organizing and getting ready for school. So I'm going to talk about what it is to be successful as a blogger, because I know there's a lot of people in here that are brand new to blogging and they want to know how to make money, how to be successful, what their niche is, and all that good stuff, right? So I'm going to talk about these blogging truths. Okay, now every blogger out there will have their own blogging truths, their own experience as a blogger. So what I'm telling you is what I've done to be where I am today. I started blogging around 5 years ago, and during that 5 year journey, I have changed every year. I look back at how different things were the prior year. So growing is a big factor in being successful, of course, and trying new things. But I have a couple of blogging truths that I do want to talk about. And if you have any questions regarding blogging or tactics like that, just pop them in. I know it's late. I just yawned 3 times before I went live. So I am actually quite tired. But that's probably because I'm cutting down on my afternoon coffee break. I'm realizing I don't need that anymore. But anyways, that's beside the point. Okay, I have my notes here on the side. The first blogging truth that I want to tell you is that you don't need to know your niche or your niche, however you say it, on day one of starting your blog. Now, I know that might be mind blown. Why are you saying this? Everyone around me is telling me you need to find your niche. You need to niche down. You need to, know exactly who your audience is and know exactly how to target them and and all that stuff, right? But as a brand new blogger, you don't need to know your niche from day one. Now, when I first started on Twins Mommy, in the beginning, I wrote blog posts about being a work-at-home mom, right? So I talked about the challenges of working from home. I talked about what I fed my twins as a work-at-home mom. I was just writing posts because I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to write about what I know about being a work-at-home mom, and maybe I can connect with other work-at-home moms. I mean, it was just a passion project. It wasn't anything that I was envisioning Twins Mommy to really be. But then something happened down the road. I either found I was reading other mom blogs, or I was deciding what I was going to do with Twins Mommy, and I decided to start talking about my journey with Twins Mommy. So I thought, why not I just start chronicling how I'm going to grow this new blog? And that just opened the doors to a whole new niche, to a whole new audience, to everything new. And so this has happened to me multiple times where I start a blog and I pick a vein, I pick something to talk about and write about, but then it always changes. And I think that's one of the best things you can do as a new blogger, to not have that, I don't know if it's frustration or that idea that everything needs to be aligned and perfect on day one. And I say this because I've started so many different blogs, and I know what it takes to get a blog get a blog going and finding that right audience. And you're not going to have your audience on day one. Even if you think in your head, this is what you want to blog about, it may not happen. I mean, like I said, I really wanted to blog to work-at-home moms with little ones. And I ended up pivoting to mom bloggers of, kids with older kids, with younger kids, that are pregnant, that are babies. I mean, just mom bloggers in general that want to stay home and be a full-time blogger, basically. So, I through the blogging and through writing, I figured out who I was attracting. I was figuring all that stuff out. So my first blogging truth is just, you don't need to know your niche. Pick a couple of topics that you're interested in and write a few blog posts about that and promote them on Pinterest, promote them on your Facebook page, or if you have a Facebook group, and see what comes of it. See what social chatter you get from that content. And then that will help you figure out down the road what type of content is really effective for your audience that can help them. Because ultimately, everyone in this group wants to make probably a living with their blog or make some income with their blog. And in order to do that, you need to help an audience. You need to help someone, right? Hey, everyone. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. Yes, good. Your niche has changed. That's awesome. All right. So number 2 right now is, let me see my notes right here. Take your time creating your pillar content. All right. So now another thing that a lot of successful bloggers will tell you is to write pillar type of content. Okay. Now, what is pillar content? Pillar content are the blog posts that can stand by itself and that sort of encompasses your whole entire niche, your brand, your blog, your message, and who you are as a credible person that is talking about it. Oh my goodness, as a new blogger, can you believe that? Can you believe that as people are talking about, you have to create this pillar content and get those silos on your blog and, to funnel those people and all that stuff, right? You read about that as a new blogger and you're so overwhelmed. It's like, oh my gosh. Now, let me tell you, when I first started blogging, especially with Twins Mommy, I did not write any type of like pillar post. And an example of a pillar post, let me see, is one that is about increased blog traffic right now that I have right now. So this one right here is a huge blog post. You see, I did not write this in the first year of Twins Mommy. I don't even think I wrote it in the second year of Twins Mommy. I think it was right on the cusp of the third year. This January, I wrote this pillar blog post. I want my Twins Mommy brand to reflect traffic building, particularly that type of niche in the digital marketing niche, as far as traffic building, aspects of building your blog, that step, right? Because, I do have a course on traffic building. My opt-in is to help with traffic building. So this is my pillar post, right? And I have these ultimate guides. Again, these are pillar posts, right? I did not write that when I first started Twins Mommy. The same goes with my freelance writing blog. I think it was probably year 2 when I wrote one of my most popular blog posts that was, at that time was like probably 2,000 words. And that was like my longest post ever that I wrote. And I was so proud of it. And so, that was year 2. And so I want to stress to a lot of new bloggers that feel like they need to write these big pillar posts to, gain that foundation for their blog. It's not necessary. There are other ways to do that. And I want to encourage you to take that time to blog, to get to know how to blog, to get to know your audience, to get to know everything about WordPress, or if you're using Squarespace or whatever content management platform that you're using, to know about email and all the other things about blogging, Pinterest or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, or Facebook, all of that, right? You're learning about all of that. And so you're writing blog posts, you're finding your audience and all that. And then once you understand that, and once you understand your brand and your message and who you want to be credible about, like what topic you really want to be known for, then that is when you can start thinking about those big ultimate guides, those big how-to tutorial posts that is regarding your niche. So that's why in Twins Mommy for the first 2 years, I did not have these big, how to build your traffic, 7,000 word blog post, or what to blog about, which is another 6,000 word blog post. I did not have that. I started writing that this year. Instead, what you can do, and what I did with Twins Mommy that ultimately helped me be successful later on with SEO and with gaining traffic from Pinterest, was to create those types of resource posts. Now, resource posts are different in my eyes of what a pillar post is. Resource posts can be highly resourceful, right? But they're much easier to write as a new blogger. So a resource post might be like a list post, 18 places to find free photos, or, 22 places to whatever. It's just like a list post that you can round up. So I wrote a whole bunch of those on Twins Mommy. I wrote about like 22 services you can offer as a stay-at-home mom. I wrote a lot of stock posts, 18 places to get like feminine or girly type of blog photos. I wrote about other blogs. So like 54 blogs that mompreneurs should know about. I wrote a whole bunch of type of those like list posts, and they ultimately became resource posts. So other people were linking to them, other people were sharing them. And so they became highly resourceful for other people. That is fine. Those are great types of content that you can have on your blog, that you don't need to be pressured to write those huge pillar posts that can really encompass who you are as a blogger and what your blog stands for. All right. So that's a blogging truth. And that's something that I've shown through my blogging journey and all the blogs that I've started. Number 3, only a handful of okay, this is an important one. Oh, hold on. Let me see what I have for number 2, creating killer content. Oh, I did say it takes time to learn to blog effectively and to wholeheartedly understand your audience. All right. So that just goes with the whole term of knowing your audience. I mean, that's the biggest thing you can have as a blogger, is to know your audience. But that takes time. Okay. So don't feel like you have to get it right on like the first 6 months of blogging or the first year of blogging, really. You can pivot and change and tweak and test things. Okay. That's what that first year of blogging really is. Number 3, only a handful of blog posts will earn you the most income or the most traffic. Okay. This is true for a lot of like highly successful bloggers. I do have a paid SEO tool that I'm using. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. And so for example, I write for a couple clients like Smart Blogger, Blogging Wizard, things like that. So I can pop them into my paid SEO tool, see what their popular posts are, see what they're ranking for. And what I found was that the things that they were ranking for definitely weren't the ones that were giving them the income. I mean, things like, Instagram stories or stuff like that. When you look at something like Blogging Wizard or even Smart Blogger, I mean, you can guarantee that the type of posts that are bringing them the most income are the ones like I know Blogging Wizard does, like Thrive reviews, like reviews of email marketing stuff, of website tools, things like that. That's probably what's making him the most income, but doesn't mean that it's the most popular. All right. The same thing with my Smart Mom Ideas. I have one post that doesn't get a lot of traffic, like the monthly searches doesn't get a lot of search hits, but the traffic is targeted because the keyword that I have for that post is so niched down that that's exactly what they're looking for. And so they come to my post and they convert, they buy the courses or the affiliate links or whatever I'm promoting in that post. All right. So, and it's the same with my freelance writing blog. I have like one super popular post, and that brings in, for me, the most traffic and the most income from me. All right. And it's the same for other popular blogs. There's only a handful of blog posts that you can actually rank on page 1 or be number 1, 2, or 3. It is rare for successful bloggers to have continually high popular, high ranking blog posts. There might be a couple of them. Like I know there's one, but I know that person used to work at Google or Microsoft or something like that. So like I think I'm thinking that that's probably how this person is ranking for a lot of keywords, popular and very competitive keywords. But for the rest of us and for like the really high successful bloggers, there's only going to be a handful of blog posts that are high ranking, or they're giving them the most income or the most subscribers or the most traffic. All right. Oh, here's a question. How do you handle other bloggers that want to link to your content? Well, that's a great strategy. When you do want other bloggers to link to your content. So if I like that blog post that I showed you. So if someone wants to link to this blog post, right? That's a backlink, right? And so that's what you want when someone wants to link to your blog post. And that will help you gain more traffic when people link to your content. That's exactly a strategy that you want to use for creating that type of content. So those resource posts that I mentioned, I definitely want people to link to that. So my post on hold on. I have 3 posts actually, but this was my first blog post that I wrote. I updated the dates. So, but this was one of the first, like when the first 3 months of starting Twins Mommy that I created, and it has been linked to in many other types of blogs. And that's great. That shows Google, hey, look, Twins Mommy has some really valuable blog posts that other bloggers are sharing. Other bloggers are linking to it. Other bloggers are chatting about this one blog post. Let me start putting it in Google's index. Let me start ranking it up and see if people are, this is really valuable, right? That's what you want. You want those links basically. And that's something that I go into in Ready, Set, Blog for Traffic, of course. It's a huge, huge strategy that I use on all my blogs. The concept of backlinks, of gaining that type of authority and credibility in your niche. That's what Google sees when other bloggers link to your content. I hope that helps. I hope that's what you were talking about. If not, then you can let me know. Oh my goodness. Okay, here I go. Okay. So yeah, that was number 3. So you're going to find that only a handful of your blog posts are the ones that are going to bring you the most income. And it's kind of scary. It's scary. And in all honesty, for me, especially when my entire business relies only on a few blog posts, that's scary. So for me, I'm working hard at trying to rank other content to see if that can help me. And of course, my email list is ultimately what will help you. And it won't even matter how many or not how many blog posts you have ranking or how many are bringing you traffic, right? Because that's where you want to funnel and get the conversions, right? And I'm working on that. I'm working on that funnel and getting those conversions up and higher. All right, and then the last thing is networking. So networking is like the number one way you will succeed. It's impossible to blog without networking. Like you won't be successful unless you start networking. And so, what do I mean by networking? Like I wrote a whole, it's such a huge thing for freelance writers that I wrote a whole networking. I wrote a whole blog post on that, especially for freelancers, or even if you have like a service-based business. Like honestly, without having had the like pool of clients, I mean, all of that was related to networking. Like the gigs that I've landed was because of the people that I've networked with in the past. Like my Smart Blogger gig was only because the editor knew me from another gig, which knew me from another person that referred me to. Like, it's just like, it's so powerful, that networking component. So getting and collaborating with other bloggers that are more successful than you, is so important. And that's exactly what I did with Twins Mommy. So this is my networking blog post for freelance writers right here, right? But as I was saying, with Twins Mommy, in one of the first years that I did, I actually did a giveaway, and that was like the first time ever that I did a giveaway. I've never done anything like digital marketing kind of thing at all. Like I was learning Pinterest marketing because I never did that for my freelance writing blog. There was no need, right? So I was like, wow, this is so new. So Twins Mommy was my platform to do Pinterest marketing. And then I wanted to grow my email list. And then I learned about giveaways, right? So I hosted my own giveaway. And so that was highly successful. But I was able to use my networking opportunities that I've collaborated with in the past for bloggers to give up their courses, to give up their subscriptions or whatever, ebooks or whatnot, that they would gladly offer an ebook, a free ebook for the winner of that giveaway, right? So I was able to get like a whole bunch of people to collaborate for this one giveaway. And so that's the power, is to connect with other bloggers. So don't be afraid to reach out to them, and don't be afraid to email them. Oh, this thing is really close now. It's that important. So if you're a freelancer or freelance writer or whatever, you can check out my blog post. I can post it in the comments if you want, for networking opportunities. And also in my traffic course, I do have a lesson or a case study about networking opportunities as well, because it is like super duper important. All right, so that was basically it. It's late, so, but if you guys have any questions, like I feel like this is like, for me, these blogging truths, like, I don't know if new bloggers are aware of these types of things, because you get to hear all this chatter from other bloggers and what they're saying. So, this is again a chatter for you guys. I'm another blogger, but hopefully something resonated with you. Hopefully, because you're in this group that you know me at least. My blog or my blogs. And so I just want to help you as much as I can. So hopefully if this, helped you out with the blogging truths, that again, these are things that from my experience only. All right, everyone. So take care. I know this was like a holiday, which is like so sad, because like every day for me, I work at home, and every day, like I don't even realize it's like a Saturday or a Sunday. Honestly, I spent all day organizing and downsizing and decluttering. Oh my gosh, I've been so busy. So, but anyways, yes, I guess today was a holiday. So if you guys had fun, woo, good for you guys. All right. Take care, everyone. And get ready for, if you guys have children in school already, or if you're going to have children in school recently, I have 2 more days till school starts. So I'm looking forward to really, honing down my plan and getting my day like started off right. All right, everyone. Talk to you guys later.